Wendy Williams has at last won you all. She no longer needs to pay provision to her ex-Kevin tracker, yet Kevin isn't prepared to acknowledge that he will not be getting a dime from Wendy, and is in a real sense pursuing her once more. And I don't have the foggiest idea how they're bringing up the girl excursion, who's very nearly 2 years, I believe. She's 2 like 1 month from now or something. That is not my concern. My divorce settlement, for each of them three, is on time consistently well, not any longer on the grounds that an appointed authority decided that Wendy no longer needs to help Kevin. And likewise, Sharina Hudson and their girl. So a couple of months prior, Kevin hauled Wendy to court and guaranteed that his regularly scheduled installments, which were made by Wendy as consented to in their separation, unexpectedly halted in February 2022, and he asked that the court ought to arrange Wendy to make installments as required. Yes, everyone realizes that Miss Wendy was certainly supporting Kevin subsequent to separating from him, and Wendy even opened up 2 or multiple times about being liable for paying divorce settlement to Kevin, like when she made sense of on in the background magnificence how she brought care of her back home, her child and her folks, while setting something to the side for those support installments, to which I pay provision. You know this Me Too development. If young ladies have any desire to be equivalent, it must be all over the load up young ladies. Now I couldn't say whether Wendy arranged everything so she could quit paying the support. Yet we as a whole know her all around doc to not be stunned by the way that she arranged all that to look probe. Yet anyway, in his documenting, Kevin let the court know that he 100 relied upon the installments that were consented to in their conjugal repayment arrangement, saying, I have fallen behind on the majority of my bills. I at present live locally that expects installments to the mortgage holder's affiliation, and I'm behind on that bill. Furthermore, Kevin said that his vehicle insurance had not been paid because of not getting month-to-month severance installments, and he was behind on MasterCard installments, too. On top of that, Kevin additionally said that he doesn't have health care coverage and that he really wants hip medical procedure, which he can manage without the protection. And because of non-therapy, he resides with day-to-day torment. I mean, Kevin ridiculously knows how to extend something, so when Kevin went to court to attempt to drive Wendy to go on with the installments, the adjudicator advised him that he neglected to peruse the better subtleties in their understanding. Assuming he had gotten a superior legal counselor with the cash he was depleting from Wendy, that legal counselor would have had the option to let him know that there was a proviso that said in the occasion that the Wendy Williams show was suspended or dropped, then Wendy would stop the installments, and I quote, if under any condition, offended party's policy, offended party here being Breezy, with Talk WWE isn't reestablished, or potentially is generally suspended, dropped, or ended, an offended party has no other TV program being broadcasted, and paying her a comparable compensation, litigant comprehends and concurs that all severance installments will be likely to one or the other end or change. The statement likewise explicitly says TV, meaning Wendy could begin some other endeavor and not need to pay. Kevin gracious. See, currently I'm understanding the way that shrewd that digital recording move was, and on the off chance that I review accurately, Wendy quit getting pay from the Wendy Williams show in October of 2021. Only 1 month into what was a whole time of the show happening in her non-attendance. Wendy was missing from the sum of her last time of the show, as she fought various medical problems, including grave sickness and substance, utilize her long-term creation. Organization Deb Blemish Mercury declared that her show was authoritatively dropped, and that Wendy's schedule opening would be going to Sherry Shepherd, who's doing perfect coincidentally, so tune in on the off chance that you haven't. Everyone is humming today, since we have been reestablished for 2 additional seasons. In any case, back to Wendy. So regardless of whether she needed to pay Kevin eventually, she didn't actually have command over her cash due to the issues she was confronting. Recollect when Wendy burned through 2 months in recovery. In August 2020 in California, she was being treated for serious liquor addiction In the wake of having various public occurrences, including liquor use, before she looked into recovery, in view of reports she never needed to quit drinking and individuals around her in New York permitted her to do exactly that, yet eventually, Wendy was likewise hospitalized and expected to get a psych assessment. And that is when Wells Fargo got involved. My thing is that I've been posing inquiries about my cash. And whenever I started posing inquiries about my cash, unexpectedly, Lori Schiller has no reaction in regards to my cash. I need my cash, this is ridiculous. And Wells Fargo has no inquiries and replies with in regards to my cash. This is a little unreasonable, even her child. Kevin Jur didn't approach the cash. Kev Jur was really tossed out from his extravagance, $2 million Miami condo, and hit with a claim for $70,000 in back lease that Wendy could never again pay for him supposedly because of clinical and legitimate explanation. Kev let the court know that in view of his mom's medical problems, all of the monetary help he got from her quit, including his lodging. And he additionally said that he was a full-time understudy, yet had removed a year from school due to desire and to care for Wendy, so in the event that Wendy couldn't get to her own cash, and her child likewise couldn't get to it, what compelled Kevin Sr. figure that he would have the option to get one more dime from Wendy. Well, again, as I said before, I for one wouldn't be shocked assuming Wendy arranged everything out so she could quit supporting Kevin, as well as Serena Hudson and her flapjacks and their kid. Well, it's great that Wendy will never again need to back Kevin and Serena on the grounds that, as per the court reports, the appointed authority guaranteed Wendy won't need to continue writing his provision. Check the adjudicator truly observed that Kevin's solicitation was not rising and requested his application to be excused without bias. The adjudicator additionally denied Kevin's solicitation for lawyer expenses to be paid by Wendy. Like, he even maintained that Wendy should be the person who pays his legal counselor's charges genuinely. It is Kevin's dauntlessness. For me, at any rate, the adjudicator additionally expressed that while they don't consider his interest for support installments and crisis, he can, in any case, take his case to intercession, and as per sources, he is thinking about hauling Wendy to court again. I for one think there is no measure of intercession that will persuade Wendy to keep paying Kevin, particularly since he concealed Wendy on numerous events, like when he shared a selfie on Instagram when Wendy was wiped out, subtitled B-Day Energies all week, so grateful to the Most High God for all favors. I attempted to let him know well-being is abundance, not cash. God said they'll learn have a favored day. And the manner in which Kevin went overboard cash on Sharina. It is basically impossible that Wendy is going on with that. Recollect, Kevin paid for Serena to go through school to be a back rub specialist with Wendy's cash. And when that didn't work, he opened a stand for her at a shopping center in North Carolina, again with Wendy's cash. He likewise assisted her set up a jury and dress with marking on the web called Vish. And at one point,